Like if I birthed your genes and your kids, then we are together.
Yeah.
If I sacrifice my hormone system, I lost hair, I have acne, and my is loose and I fart through my we are together, you motherfucker, forever.
Okay, so, I like that take.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like divorce and queef with somebody else.
Thank you for calling the Heartbreak Hotel. How may I assist you today?
Hi, I think I'm ready to check in.
Perfect. We'll see you soon.
Hey y'all, thanks for checking back into Heartbreak Hotel. Today I have Mercedes Blanche with me. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate that.
Of course. Yeah, I'm so excited to have you on the podcast. If you don't know Mercedes, she is an actress. Tell us a little bit about what you've been up to lately. What's it been like acting in LA? Like what have been your most recent projects?
Yes. So I shot most of my things and movies in Toronto, and then I got relocated by my management to LA 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
And then I did, I was featured on The Boys. That was my biggest breakthrough, or something more like people talked about.
Yeah.
Also Robin Hood and Pretty Hard Cases. See with Jason Momoa. That was very cool too. I had like smaller. Yeah, that was very cool.
Wait, did you meet him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, many times. He was very kind. He was very nice.
Oh, I've heard good things about him. That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. And he's still very handsome.
Yeah,
He's like, having the dead bud moment, but I love it. He looks very cool.
Did you have like a fangirl moment?
No, I'm scared.
Okay.
I'm always so scared to like go up to them and be like, oh my gosh, I love you. And then, you know, I'm more like mysterious and okay. I'm not gonna, I'm going to be different and quirky. Yeah.
She's slaying.
So, but he was very nice. And I also do social media. I have 8 million followers across my socials. And I post like funny content and more like dancing videos and stuff like that. So film has been slow lately. Yeah. Yeah. Because of the strike and everything happened last year. But I think it's going to catch up soon.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope so. Yeah. I've heard that about the acting industry in general lately. So
yeah. Have you done anything in film?
No, I haven't.
Really?
I could never. Are you kidding?
I could see you. Yeah.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm so
like
lying.
A teenager drama or something.
Yeah, I'd be on the CW, a little Riverdale action.
Oh,
I feel like
I would love that.
Anything dramatic. I feel like, but I feel like I'm so bad at lying. Like my face just like turns like I couldn't like pretend to be someone else. Yeah, I'd have to play myself and then we could do it.
Okay, that's not a bad thing, is it?
I don't know. Well, it might be bad for acting for sure. I've always wondered this about like actresses. If you could tell me, like, have you ever had like an on-set like crush, or like kind of when you're doing like romance scenes, have you ever done one, and like have you fallen for your co-stars? Like, what's that like?
That's a very good question. I have done kissing and very close-up nudity.
Okay.
But it was obviously like fake, like simulating sex. But I have never caught feelings.
Really?
Because I had boyfriend at the time, or the other person had like a relationship, and it was just like very professional. Yeah. And at the moment you're very stressed because there's a crew. You're naked, possibly. Probably. And it's always work, you know. Even kissing, you can really manage kissing to be on a professional level and not to be like, oh my god, I'm in love with this person. So yeah, I think practice. Yeah.
So it's always been like super professional. I feel like I would catch feelings so quick if I were like kissing. Yeah, if I were kissing anyone.
I think the stress takes it over. Like you are so like focused on the scene and just to like please the producer, the director, and have the good shot that you're thinking everything but the person. Yeah. Or their feelings. Yeah. So that was hard to get used to, especially like when I did my first nudity. Yeah. You can get used to it.
Okay. Yeah. Do you usually date actors? Like, what's your type? What kind of guy are you interested in? Like, have you dated much around LA?
I dated more social media influencers and people, but not actors. Yeah. I find actors douchebags. Yeah. Most of the time.
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah. They can be very cocky and just, you know, I don't know. I don't like that. I like a humble guy who is nice and shy and stays at home. I can lock him in and throw the key away. So,
I love that.
Yeah. That's more my type. What's your type?
I feel well. I used to like an actor, and then I feel like that you're so right about them. Like
the douchebag part.
Yeah, it just never goes well. It never goes well with them.
No, I don't even know how other like celebrities do that. You know, you have to be like a very top level celebrity, both of you, to make it work. Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you dated like other actors? Like, what's been your longest relationship so far?
My longest relationship was for 2-3 years.
Was that in LA?
Yes and no. Like Canada and LA.
Okay.
So, and he was not in social media at all. He didn't even have Instagram. That was very interesting.
I love those
I
men.
love that,
Like guys who are like so
like,
private.
Be a ghost.
Yeah.
Like don't even exist.
I know. I don't want anyone to know of your existence. Like
No,
you
no,
can
no,
stay
no.
inside all the time. That is so
right. And some girls like don't agree with that, and they like people who have like clout or followers. But I'm like, I don't like that.
Yeah. Have you ever been in like a toxic relationship?
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Many, but there was one.
Many
Toxic like shorter ones. But there was one who was guy. His name was and he was doing some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Such as keeping track of my nail like growth. Like
Insane.
how much like when I had fake nails and stuff, he was checking like how much it was grown out.
Wait, like you had like acrylics and he was checking on how much it grew out?
Yeah, and like marking the weeks, and he was like, oh, you should get your nails done. So like, you know, I would always look tiptoe for him and all that. So he was very going for the looks. So I always had to look perfect.
Insane.
Same with the hair. Like I was platinum blonde, and if there was a little bit of root, he was like mentioning it and just saying that I should, you know, get my hair done and stuff like that, which was insane.
Yeah.
He was trying to limit the time I was talking to my mother.
Are you kidding? Wait,
no.
that's like he was like genuinely isolating you from people. That's always
I think so.
such
It's
a
like
red
a
flag.
narcissistic trait, right?
Yeah.
Or like something like toxic. I don't know. Something was wrong with him.
Was this in LA?
In Toronto.
Okay, in Toronto. Got it.
Yeah, but he was very handsome. He was very like charming in a way, like a sociopath. You know, when they like have you in their bubble and then
I know.
they just slowly like poison you.
Yeah.
So I get out of it like on time, but he was very, very pushy and he did not let me go easily.
That's so scary.
He was calling me from different numbers or no caller IDs.
Terrifying.
He came
That's
to
like
my house.
stalker level.
Yeah,
To
it
your
was insane.
house?
Yeah, he didn't want to like let me go, and he was like banging on the door and stuff like that. So I had to call police.
What did you do when he was like banging on the door? You had to call the police?
Yeah, he didn't leave, so I didn't want it to go out, obviously, because I was afraid that he's gonna hurt me or something. And
obviously, that's so scary.
Yeah, and he wanted me to quit social media and delete everything, and obviously just be a ghost. But when I met him, he knew that I had social media, so it was, you know, concerning. Like, what happens? I'm still the same person. And that was my most toxic relationship.
That's awful.
What about you? Have you had like any crazy experiences?
Crazy experiences? I don't know if I've had any crazy experiences like that. Like I feel like all my relationships have kind of been long distance, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
What's up with you in the long distance?
I know. I don't know how it was. What happened was it was the guys with the British accents. They always get you. Okay. They'll send like a little voice note. I'm like, I'm in love. Let's get married.
From
like,
UK?
Yeah. So like everyone was kind of in England. So yeah, that can't really happen when you're not in person with someone.
That's true.
How long did it take for you to realize that he was like unwell?
I had like intuitive feelings since the beginning, but I was kind of like, you know, it's not a big deal. Like maybe I'm overreacting or I asked my friends like, what do you think? Yeah. And they were giving me the, you know, like, oh, that's kind of like weird and stuff like that.
Oh, so they were like on your side and like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
but obviously if you like someone or you love someone, you're like, oh, you know, maybe it's not that. So it is. Always listen to your gut feeling because it's right. That was my biggest takeaway from the relationship. But yeah, I think after like a month of being in the relationship, when I was like, okay, that's weird. So, yeah.
Are there any huge red flags that you've like willingly ignored because you like someone?
Ooh, yes. Other than this guy or like with
just
this
in general,
guy?
I guess, or with this guy.
Red flags when they don't want to introduce you to your family or to their family, but I was just gaslighting and like, oh, it's not the right timing or, you know, we don't have the time or they're not at home or some shit like that. Yeah. And when it's going on for months, I don't think they are interested in you.
That's so smart.
Right?
Yeah.
That was my biggest like major red flag when it's like you're in the relationship and they love bomb you and they tell you like, hey, I want to do this, I want to do that. But then they never actually do the things. They just tell you the things. Yeah. So when they are all talk, but no actual actions.
You've got me thinking so hard now because I'm thinking back to relationships and I'm like, wait, he never did introduce me to his family. Like he was always weird about that and it never went anywhere. You're so right about that.
No, like these are actually like learning like points for me when I'm like, okay, I'm taking this away and I'm not doing this again because now I know better. Yeah. Because I don't want to fall into the same trap twice. Yeah. Like what's the point? I don't want to waste my time.
That's so
I'm
smart.
not getting younger either.
Yeah.
So Yeah, not introducing to the parents was one. What else? Same with friends, if they're not really like willing to introduce you to the friend group. Not posting you on social media, which can be controversial. Because,
have guys done that to you?
Yes.
Oh my God.
They're just refusing, or like any excuses, like, you know, oh, I don't use social media, or like they obviously had social media.
Yeah.
And they are like, oh, I don't post, or like shit like that.
Yeah.
So whenever your gut is telling you that something is off.
Do you post guys on social media usually? Because you do social media you have a ton of followers. You make the cutest little skits that I love. I eat those up. I love them.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're so good. But like, do you end up, because it's like a job for you, do you post the guys that you're seeing? Like, how does that work?
I would post like a hand or something and just, you know, like hints of the person, but not like a smiling picture, like not a video or something. Yeah. I don't really make social media into my work, just because it's like on another level of being. It's not like I have 100 followers and I can share with my mom and my friends. It's, you know, for me, it's more work. Yeah. So I like to keep the two things separate, but like small hints, like, like a leg or like a car or something. Yeah,
I love those. Like a kind of like private but not secret kind of situation.
What about you? Would you post your boyfriend?
Not until there's a ring on that finger. You can't do it. I need a wedding ring.
Serious. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like and like all of my friends will know about you. My family's gonna know about you. Like privately, everyone's gonna know about you. But I'm just so scared of like being in a relationship and posting someone and then like getting clowned by them, and then you have to kind of like backtrack and be like,
isn't it the worst when you have to explain that? Oh, it didn't work out. Yeah. So bye.
Yeah, it has to be so serious before you like share it with too many people.
I agree.
Do you think that you've ever like been the toxic one in a relationship?
Yeah, when I was younger, I would say I was very like jealous, and jealousy just got into my head, and just like having girlfriends. What do you think? Is that crazy?
What? Like you
if you date a guy and he has many girlfriends.
Oh, yeah, like a girl best friend.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
When I said it on my TikTok, or like I made a video, it went viral and people were attacking me. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Like disagreeing with you?
Yeah.
I feel like that's red flag number 1. What are you talking about?
Right?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you're insecure. Like a guy can have best friends and you can have boyfriends, or like guy best friends too. And I'm like,
I wouldn't have a guy best friend if I was in a relationship. Like, I think that's weird too.
Yeah.
It's not like a double standard.
I get like thousands of comments saying like how insecure I am, and it tells a lot about me as a person, and I should never get into a relationship until I fix myself and go to therapy. And I'm like, just because I don't want my person to have girl best friends, I don't think it's that weird to ask for. No, right?
No, not at all. You're so right for that.
Okay.
Was it guys commenting that? Yeah, I tell you. I feel the same way. So.
Okay, good.
They were calling me crazy too.
It was girls and guys. Like a mixture of
girls
both.
too?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. I'm going to show you like the video. I'm going to send it to you. It was weird.
Yeah.
So, I think on TikTok you see a lot like from both sides, you know, like it's either way, like it's extreme. Like people really disagree with you or agree with you.
Yeah,
I don't really see in between.
It's so polarizing for sure. Have you ever been cheated on? Have you ever cheated? Like, how have you ever had to break up with someone over that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both.
Both? She's done it all.
Yeah. But I was very young when I cheated. Yeah. I was in like grade 8.
Yeah. Oh.
So I wouldn't even, you know.
I don't even know if that counts as a relationship.
You were like a teenager. So I was just getting with a guy. For, you know, high school and after summer and whatsoever. And then I'm like, oh, I don't really like this guy. So, but I didn't want it to be the one breaking up. So, yeah, I cheated. I kissed like another guy. But I think that was so long ago that I'm a different person. But I own it. It's like, you know, whatever. I also got cheated on later on.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I've been cheated on a lot. I'll tell you that.
Actually?
Yeah. But like, I feel like...
How did you find out?
Well, he actually ended up telling me, but it's definitely like I definitely stayed a lot longer than I should have. I'll say that.
Wow. But at least he told you.
Yeah, I know. He
like
did
you didn't have to unlock the phone and go through the phone. And be like, oh, you know, somebody was saved as the weatherman and it's not the weatherman. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you have to go through someone's phone?
Yes.
Is that how you found out?
Yes.
Wait, FBI agent.
She was saved with like a different name. So like, okay.
Wait, that was a real story.
Yeah.
How did you like confront him about it? What happened?
Yeah. And he was like lying until the last breath. And I'm like, I literally have the proof. And he was still like, no, it's not that. You're mistaking it. And also like, why are you unlocking my phone? Kind of like, you know, like turning
flipping it back onto you.
Yeah. So I'm like, let's not like move from the subject that I got cheated on. Yeah. And eventually after like fighting for 3 hours, he was like, Okay, well, busted. So
3 hours?
Yeah.
And he finally admitted to it?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But he never told me. So you got lucky by like, that's kind of like a respect thing that, I'm going to tell you, like, be upfront. I'm not saying it's a good thing that you got cheated on, but like, you know, at least they had the balls to tell you. Yeah. I always had to find out. Nobody ever told me that I got cheated on.
Did you have you been through like, how many phones have you been through?
5? 4 or 5?
Okay. Do they know when you're going through them, or do you do it like secretly in the bathroom?
Like
never?
Sneaky, never.
You're always
I wait for the shower part, or like, you know, when they do something, or when they play games, and I'm like,
Do you do it because you're suspicious, or just to like check in and
I
see
always
how
had a
things are
feeling.
going? Okay.
When they were distant or like being like a little off.
Yeah.
For like a few days, that's when I'm like, something is not. Yeah, I would never just like sit at home and be like, oh, I'm just gonna check your phone.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that. But if I have the feeling, 99% I'm right. So.
Okay. Have you been right every single time?
Yes.
Damn, look at you.
I think once you're right, you know what to look for.
Yeah.
You know.
So you know exactly what you're going into the phone and looking for.
That's why I told you I dated douchebags. So I deserved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think so?
Like, why am I going for the toxic guys, you know?
Yeah.
So don't go for the toxic guys.
Don't go for the toxic guys, girls. I know they're fun. Don't do it.
Yeah. It was fun for a short time, and then not on the long run.
Do you stay friends with people that you date after you break up?
No.
Never?
They need to be on the block list, yeah.
You always block everyone?
every single person who I dated, and we broke up.
Yeah. Have you ever unblocked any of them?
No.
Slay. Love that. Wait, I love that.
I'm petty, and it's kind of like you don't have access after. Because as I said, I get cheated on most of the time. So like, who are you to see where am I or what am I doing after you cheated on me? Like, you know, eat shit. Yeah. So I blocked all of these motherfuckers. They're still blocked.
They're still blocked to this day.
Since 2010, yeah.
Since 2010? Iconic. Have any of them ever tried to reach out to you again?
From different accounts, like fake accounts.
No way.
Yeah.
Do you answer?
No, I blocked those.
Go on. I love that.
So yeah, what about you? Are you a blocker, or like are you like
I'm
a
a
restrict
blocker.
person?
I have at least 1,000 people blocked.
Okay.
Anyone.
Well, like haters and stuff.
A hater, anyone who leaves a comment, even if it's like, I don't know if that's
okay, good. Yeah, I thought
even if I don't know if it's like nice or mean, like blocked. Let's just be safe. Like let's just block that.
Thank you very much.
People leave hate comments on other people's accounts. I'm like blocked. I don't need that. I don't need to see that. Yeah,
same. And people overreact me blocking all the time, and I'm like, no, it's my platform. It's my life. If I don't want to see something, or you said something I don't like, I just block. You know, the other day I was going through like TMZ's like page on Instagram, and I saw people commenting like weird shit. Yeah. And I'm like, I just blocked them.
I do that too. I love that.
I don't even know the person. Like, why did you say that?
Yeah. No, anyone like hates on like when a girl posts a photo and guys are mean about it, like blocked.
Exactly.
Because I know you would do that to me, and I don't need that.
I thought I'm crazy.
No, wait, I've never met anyone else like that. I love that.
Just blocking for fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever called you out on blocking them?
No, but I meet people weekly who I blocked here in LA. So
like people that you know in person you blocked? Yes. Do you look at them and you're like, I know I blocked you? And,
and they know that too, and they just like walk away uncomfortably. Yeah.
Do you talk to them? Like, how does that go?
No, we just look at each other, and they know, I know, and it's kind of like, you know, like a nod, like, okay, soldier, see ya. See ya in the next life. Yeah. So, whoever I fought, or like I had a misunderstanding, or it's just I keep seeing people who I blogged at parties and stuff, and I'm like, why? You know?
Okay, going back to relationships and everything.
Okay.
Have you ever had a bad date? Like, what's the worst date you've ever been on?
Worst date. Honestly, most of the first dates were fine. More like awkward stuff where I had one eyelash fall into my food and stuff like that. So that was just like from
one
my
eyelash.
Yeah, one of my eyelash. You know,
like a single eyelash or the fake eyelashes?
The strip one.
Oh,
and I had to stay there the whole time with like one eyelash on.
Did you take the other one off, or you just like kept one on? What did you do?
I kept one on. It looks so bad. Yeah, and I looked down and it was in my food, so I'm like, that was awkward because of me. Yeah. But the guy was nice about it and just act like, you know, I have two eyelashes.
Was there a second date?
No.
No.
He said it was nice to meeting me. Oh. That's okay. It wasn't bad. It wasn't nothing crazy. So yeah.
But like you've never had a bad date because of someone else?
No, they're always nice at first, and then slowly it unfolds. You know, like an onion. You just kind of like go deeper.
How long does it take you to like get to know a person well enough for them to like become toxic?
I think it's the 1 month.
1 month, the 1 month mark.
Yeah, it's the 1 month when you like talk enough and you know the person, and you get to know someone more in a month of talking. You know? What do you think? Like, what is it for you?
I feel like a month is fair, but if you're not hanging out every day, it takes longer a lot of the time. I feel like I'm like the kind of relationship person where if we start talking, we're hanging out every single day. We're talking 24/7. So it takes a couple weeks for me to get to know someone well enough to
that's fair.
see who they are a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, steering away from your worst first date, what's like the best date you've ever been on? Do you have a good one of those?
The best date?
Yeah. Do you have one that like stands out to you?
I really like outdoor stuff, and there was one very well planned by the beach. I really like that, you know, like a little picnic setup, and
that's such a cute one.
I didn't have to think of anything or bring anything, and it was just, you know, so nice to be like,
a man planned a picnic and brought everything. Wait, that's so cute.
That was very cute. Yeah,
that was the best one.
Yeah,
I know. Those ones, like the ones with planning, are the cutest. I love those.
It's just like you put effort in this, and that's very nice.
You don't have to spend a ton of money for that too.
No. Just like some cheese or crackers or something. So like water and just a blanket, and that was the sweetest.
But you seem like
a bitch.
I was gonna say lover girl. That's so awesome. You seem very much like more of a relationship person, like a hookup dating person.
Yeah. I don't really believe in. I don't like hookup culture.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm too much an overthinker for that.
Have you always been like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Since like high school. Like I need to know the person. If your pee goes into my I have to know you at least for a little while, you know? Like I cannot be just like, oh, a random person.
Yeah.
What if it's a murderer? Like what if he's a bad person? Or like what if he's a psycho?
What if you never judge your friends when they're participating in hookup culture?
No.
Never.
Yeah, I tell them that I don't think it's because they're looking for love eventually. So I always tell them like a reality check. Like, girl, I don't think it's going in the right direction. But you know, it's their life. It's not my place to be like, you shouldn't do that or don't go out, or like I always tell them to be careful and send me the address where they are meeting the person.
Oh, that's so good. You're such a good friend for that.
Yeah. I always ask for the location and you know, if they get home safe and basic stuff like that. So I watch out for my girls.
You actually seem so good at giving advice to your girlfriends and everything and being there for them. I love it.
Thank you.
So I want to do a segment with you called Heartbreak Hotline. Viewers have submitted questions and things that they need advice on, and I would love if you could respond to a couple and tell them what they should do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Let's
you're
do
down?
it. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, our first one.
Yeah.
Can people like you regardless of looks? I was actually talking with someone about this today, like whether looks are actually as important as people make them seem, because I feel like if the love of your life like comes to you and is like not necessarily your type, I feel like it shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's the personality can really make it up. For me, it's humor. It's a sense of humor. If you have a great
100%,
humor, it's, you know, it's the best thing. And I always put humor first and then personality and then looks.
Humor, personality,
I'm
looks.
not going to lie. I'm not going to say it's zero.
Yeah.
It does matter at some level to me.
Yeah.
But it's not first.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I like that rating. I feel like it's mainly about confidence for me.
Exactly.
Like, you can look like anything, but as long as you act and you carry yourself like you're the hottest person in the room, like that comes off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you feel the vibes that you're like, oh, okay, why is this guy so confident?
I know.
You know? It's attractive.
Yeah, it's so attractive.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah. Okay, next one. What to do when you're always the one starting the conversation?
Quit.
Stop starting that. That's a really good point.
Like imagine
Yeah,
if you,
no, I agree.
as a girl, as a hot girl, just keep texting the guy.
Yeah.
You would feel some type of way, right?
Yeah.
You would be like, what the fuck am I doing? Right?
Yeah.
Or you wouldn't?
I don't know. I feel like I would. I feel like personally, if a man's kind of wanting to date and wanting to like come after me, I feel like he should be starting, which sounds a little hypocritical, but this is what my mom told me and I've lived by it and it's helped me out a lot. So don't blame me, blame my mom. She says that a guy should be texting first 80% of the time and a girl should be texting first 20% of the time.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that ratio.
You agree?
I agree.
Yeah.
Your mom knows. Your mom knows some stuff.
Yeah. So like if you're a guy and you're texting someone and it's like you're texting 100% of the time, do stop texting for a little bit and see if she reaches out. Because if she reaches out, like if you stop texting and she's interested, she will reach out eventually. Like it's not like you should never be reaching out to men, but
it should be mutual. Like,
it should be mutual.
Show a little bit of interest. I like feminine little things. Like, I'm answering, but like I'm not fully answering. But like I'm also answering because I miss you. Yeah. But, like, why did you stop texting me? You know?
Yeah.
So like a little. Yeah. Being like,
it's definitely like very masculine and hot for a guy to like be making the first move 80% of the time, but that doesn't mean that a girl should not be doing it at all.
Exactly. If the girl doesn't answer at all, then just leave the girl.
Yeah, just move on. Stop texting for a bit and see if she texts back. Yeah.
I agree.
Perfect. Wait, I'm glad we agree on that one.
We can just like go through all hundreds of them.
All right, our next one. She says she feels strange in a relationship. She doesn't want to break up, but she'll still be cold. Oh no. Oh, she like you're in a relationship and she's like being cold.
So they're together and the girl is cold, but she doesn't want to break up.
Yeah. Ooh. I feel like you've got to break up personally. What do you think?
As the guy?
Yeah. Would you stay with a girl like that?
If I would be a guy, no.
Yeah.
Who wants to deal with that?
Yeah.
But also I would try to search or like ask what's the problem?
Yeah.
You know, like what happened that you become just so cold suddenly and you're not talking, and I would want to know what changed.
Yeah, I would definitely try to fix it, but if someone is acting weird in the relationship, like you should both definitely be into each other, and if you're not really feeling it from one side, then don't sacrifice like your own confidence.
But how would you tell the person that like, hey, I think you're cold, and then they're gonna tell you like, no, I'm not, everything's fine, and then what? You know what I mean? Like
I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to answer that one. That's hard. What would you do? Do you know? Have you ever been in that position? Yeah.
I have never been in that situation, but if I just put myself into the person's shoes, I would give it a week, like a timeline. Like, okay, you have a week to get your shit done and answer what's your problem and find the problem within you or me and just come with an answer. Yeah. And if you don't meet that criteria within a week, I know it sounds very bossy.
That's so sad, but I love that.
It's like I would mark in the calendar.
Wait, I need you to give me relationship advice all the time, because now I'm thinking back and I'm like, there have been times I've been in relationships where like the guy started withdrawing a little bit, and like I've asked like, what's up? Like, what's going on? Like, how do we fix this? And I've gotten an answer, but it's definitely dragged on a lot longer than I should have. And like, obviously, if you're in that kind of position where you're not both super into each other, it's going to end eventually.
Exactly.
So I kind of love the timeline thing.
I would just give it a timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was such a serious question. The Heartbreak Hotline is stressing me out today. I'm like, I feel like we're meddling in people's lives right now.
We're like trauma bonding here.
I know, it's crazy. I don't want to change anyone. Like, I don't want to give bad advice. And like, what if someone like breaks up because of us, you know?
Then it was meant to be.
I love your mindset. All right. Well, I feel like we need to get away from this. So do you want to try a little red flag? Perfect. Let's do it.
I'm so down.
We're going to do red flag, green flag. So I'm going to read you a list of flags, and you're going to tell me whether you think they're red or green.
Okay. And you're going to respond as well.
Yeah. So you press this remote to change the lights to red or green, and then I'll say it out loud for our audio listeners, and we can talk about it and say why it's red or green. Okay. Ready?
No, I'm excited.
Yeah, I know. This is my favorite segment. It's so much fun.
Let's do it.
Okay. You take the remote. You've got this.
Okay. But wait, how are you going to press it though?
You're going to press it.
Oh, just me?
I'm going to read it, and then you're going to press the remote to change the color.
Okay.
Okay. You're all over it. Yeah, I believe in you. You're going to kill it. Ready?
Yes.
A man who leases his car. He doesn't own it. He leases it. What do you think? Red flag, green flag? Red flag? I feel like it's a green flag. He's economical. What do you think?
Depends on the age.
Depends on the age. Okay, that's fair.
If you're like above 50, I think you should have a car.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a Toyota Camry or you know, just like have a car. Okay. I had my car when I was 18, so it depends on the age.
Yeah. Okay. Does it depend on the kind of car?
No, just have a car.
Okay, just
like,
have a car.
I don't want a bicycle with my man, you know.
Yeah. I was gonna ask that one later. We'll get to it. Okay. When you go out with a guy and you tell him what you want to eat and he orders for you, he tells the waitress or the waiter for you. What do you think? Red flag, green flag?
That's green.
Green flag? I think that's hot. Yeah, I like that. I agree.
Yeah, like order for me.
Yeah, order
Daddy.
for me.
Yeah, exactly.
Order for me, daddy.
I don't want to think. If I'm with a guy, I don't want to use my brain.
I love that.
Right?
I'm always walking around like so mindless. Like
Especially
you're gonna
when
hold
you're
my
at
hand.
Airport. Yeah,
Yes.
like
the airport. You said?
yes.
So hot.
Like look for the gate. I don't want to think.
Yeah, I just want to be watching you. Like I'm following your suitcase
Exactly.
through the people. Like
For the
I don't know where
pictures.
I'm going, and I don't need to know.
I
It's none of
never
my
know where I'm
business.
going.
Yeah.
I'm like dysfunctional.
We're on a night out. Like I'm following you around the house.
Exactly.
Why should I know?
Good.
I love that.
Good.
Okay.
Good.
Same page. I had to ask you this one because you are an actress. A man who's an actor. Red flag or green flag?
Oh, green
Red flag.
Oh, sorry. That was. Why did I say green?
You think it's a red flag?
I think it's a red flag.
Okay, I also think it's a red flag. Why do you think it's a red flag?
Because they're like cocky. And
Yeah.
they were douchebag. You said you dated an actor, right?
I did. I feel like they cheat.
They cheat?
Yeah,
They
because like
act
when
like
they're
something.
on set, they like I feel like sets are so like well from what I hear, maybe it was just a specific man, but
No.
like sets are so like intense, I guess, that you're kind of like you always develop feelings for your co-stars. Again, maybe it was this particular actor, but in my experience,
I can see that happens a lot more than you think.
Yeah.
That people just like start dating because of their
Yeah.
character or something.
Okay, a man who has 2 phones, red or green flag?
I think that's a green flag.
Green flag. I would say
That-
red, but you tell me.
Really? I
Yeah.
think it shows that they are hard workers and
Okay.
they are
It's
like
like a-
ambitious and they are
Yeah.
always on the phone emailing or
Yeah.
have their one for personal reasons.
Yeah.
What do you think? Why is it red?
Because who are you talking to? Who do you need 2 phones for?
But what if it's a
really
work
need to-
phone?
Well, you know, but what's your personal phone for, you know? All right, you're in his house. You open his nightstand drawer, and there's a giant box of condoms in there. Red flag, green flag?
Huge red flag.
Huge red flag? Okay, I agree.
Yes.
Because I was talking to someone about it the other day, and they were like, green flag, because he's prepared. But like, who are you using those on?
Like, why are
Who
you
is this for?
expecting to have sex?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You should be expecting me to be your wife
Yeah.
and not smash at the first date.
Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
You've been dating this man for 2 months, and he's never once asked you what your siblings' names are. Red flag or green flag?
That's obviously a red.
That's a red flag?
That's
Is
a
it
red flag.
obvious, though?
Yes.
Like, what if...
2 months. I'm dating. So that
Yeah.
means we are past the talking phase.
Well, it's not even like dating is, and like maybe it's not exclusive, but you've been going on dates for 2 months.
Then you had many chances to ask me
Yeah.
about my family.
Yeah.
And if you fail to do so,
Yeah.
then I'm blocking you.
Yeah. That was a harsh reality check.
The ugly truth.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
You know
not
what?
blocking, obviously. But like,
Yeah.
I think when you're in the phase of talking to someone and you ask about their family,
Mm-hmm.
you ask about the siblings. And if I like you, I will
Yeah.
remember the details.
I don't know. I feel like if I like someone, I will be asking about them. But also, what if you really like them and they're
So-
just like not super interested in asking questions?
So it's just you liking them, but they don't like you back. I'm sorry.
They just like don't want to. Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's fair. Red flag. I changed my mind on that one. Okay, we have 2 more left. A man who has kids. Red or green flag?
So many people are going to unfollow me.
Oh no.
Man, I'm
She
sorry.
says red flag. I
Hear
think
me out.
green. Okay, I'll hear you out though.
Okay. Wait, you go first.
No, I want
So
to
I
hear
can,
you.
I'm not going to say anything dumb.
I kind of love a DILF. I love a DILF.
A DILF?
They're hot. Yeah.
What is DILF?
DILF?
Yeah.
Dad, I'd like to.
Dad, I like to Okay.
Dad, I'd like to. Like a MILF. You know what a MILF is? You've never
like
heard
an
of a
older
MILF?
woman. Like an older hot woman.
Yeah. Like, exactly.
Yeah.
A DILF is like an older hot man who has kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know MILF. But
Oh.
like DILF is like
DILF is the dad version.
Very cool. Look, I learned like 2 new words.
Yeah.
Like Finsta and DILF.
Finsta and DILF.
I'm writing these down.
Vocabulary here.
Nice. Okay.
Wow,
well,
that's what I'm teaching people
so
about.
if somebody has kids,
Mhm.
that's like giving like hot daddy vibes to you.
Yeah, I think that's hot. As long as they're a good dad, like they don't neglect their kids. If they're like, oh, I can't hang out, like I'm taking my kids to the amusement park today, I'm like, okay, then go do that. That's hot.
Really?
What do you think?
You're so nice.
What do you think?
I would
It's a
be
red flag?
sad that they are not putting me first.
Over his kids.
I'm sorry, but that's why I prefer no kids.
Over his
So we
children.
don't have this debate, you know?
Yeah.
Like, now you make me feel like I'm so bad. But like, if you don't have kids, we don't have to compete.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like shit when you take your kids to the amusement park. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to compete with the kids. It's just like, I prefer not to have kids. So I know you have time for me and our stuff.
Do you want to have kids one day?
Yes.
Okay.
But I plan to stay with the man because, okay, to me, the red flag is like immediately that why are you divorced and why do you have kids?
Yeah.
What went wrong that he's divorced? Like if I make kids with someone and you know, like I'm a very like fiery person, like I'm very strict.
Yeah.
We're gonna die together.
Yeah.
No way out. No exit plans. Like, I'm not leaving. So what could you possibly do to be a single father of 2 kids? Like, I'm not leaving you as a man if we have kids.
Well, what if it's a bad relationship?
I'm not leaving. I'm not. Then we're gonna like sleep separate beds.
I'm not fucking leaving.
I'm not leaving. Like at this point, I owe your soul. Like part of your soul, you know?
Yeah.
Like if I birthed your genes and your kids, then we are together.
Yeah.
If I sacrifice my hormone system, I lost hair, I have acne, and my is loose and I fart through my then we are together, you motherfucker, forever.
Okay, I like that. I like that take.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like divorce and queef with somebody else. Does that make sense? Is it clear, anyone? Am I wrong?
Very clear. I've never seen that abundant. Yes, we got that
okay.
A while ago.
But if you look at it this way, I'm a keeper. Because I'm not gonna cheat. We're not getting
Well,
out
what
of
if the man cheats?
Then we are still together, but like, I'm gonna murder you. Then I'm gonna be a single mom of 2. All right, but no, actually, like from a good place of my heart, I want to save the relationship for as long as we can. So
even after someone cheats or no?
I would give it a shot. If we have kids and somebody cheats.
Okay, only if you have kids.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I would still try to like talk it through and save it.
Yeah.
It's like my ride or die, you know?
Right. Yeah. But then if they cheat again, that's
then I would
murder.
be like murder. Yeah. Like you're dead.
You're dead.
No way out. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm sorry. I feel like I didn't let you talk.
That might be top 5 red flag, green flag.
Yeah, I think that was our top 1 answer. That was such a good one.
People are gonna hate me for this, but like,
no, that's real. I feel like that's so real, and I think it's a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, somebody will agree with me for sure. Like, I think it's still better than if I would be just like, oh yeah, let's fuck everybody else and let's just fuck around and not care about the kids. Like, I prioritize the kids.
Okay.
That's what I would like save it.
Yeah, you would save it for the kids. I like that. Well, I don't know, because I feel like that kind of like makes for really bad.
If it's like abusive
sometimes.
and stuff, like obviously not. But like if we just have stress or misunderstandings, then you know, we can overcome.
Yeah. Do you believe in couples therapy?
Yes.
Oh.
You don't? You don't? Like, you were like, oh.
Maybe, no.
So you don't think like you can talk it through with someone?
Why can't you talk it through on your own? You know, why is the therapist all up in our business?
Maybe they have issues to talk or like communicate.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're like, no. Yeah, no. Like, you talk to me.
Do you think that like everyone should have a therapist?
Do I think that?
Yeah.
That say it again.
Like all people should be going to therapy, or like just do you support
therapy?
Men in therapy? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think men especially have a hard time talking about things.
True. Yeah.
So yeah, I do support therapy because sometimes they can give you volume to speak up and understand what's going on inside of your head.
Okay.
When you don't understand.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Green flag. Definitely green flag if a man goes to therapy.
For me is green flag. And also it shows that you want to save the relationship. Like you're not just like giving up easy. Okay.
So speaking of therapy, if a man goes to therapy, like he has his own therapist, red flag or green flag?
I think that's a green flag.
Okay. Why?
It's so judgy. You're like done.
No,
You're done.
I support therapy. I support men going to therapy because they don't have anywhere else to talk about things. I think I didn't realize that until recently. Like one of my guy friends was talking, and he was like we don't because girls are so like, oh my God, like what's wrong? Do you want to talk about it? And guys don't do that, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I don't think they get as emotional as like females get.
Yeah.
And I don't think they like to talk out with the boys like, oh,
yeah, exactly.
I'm going through this and that. So, you know, like I think if they go to therapy, that shows that they try to improve and talk and be better.
Yeah.
I think it's a green flag.
Yeah.
Nothing against it. Yeah.
If you're dating a man who's not going to therapy, would you make him go to therapy?
If he's down as well, with his permission, yes.
Okay.
If he doesn't want to and he's like, oh, I'm not doing that and I don't care, then
that's a red flag.
That's a red flag.
That is a red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
You're still like hesitant.
I'm having PTSD. no, because I've so been in relationships where people are like having the worst time, and I'm like, you need a therapist. Like, you need someone to talk to about this who's not me, because like I would love to help you, but you don't listen to me, and I need someone else to like tell you this.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, no, I'm not going. Like if they
didn't want to go.
Yeah, if they like refuse to go, I feel like that's a red flag.
That's a red flag. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we got this out of the way.
we finally agreed on something. Thank you so much for doing red flag, green flag. I feel like
thank you for having me. It was super fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. That was a good game.
Yeah, I know. Red flag, green flag is my favorite. That was so funny.
That was awesome.
Thank you so much for coming on Heartbreak Hotel too.
Thank you for having me. It was awesome.
Yeah, no, you're the best.
It was so easy to talk to you, honestly.
Oh, you're so sweet. Wait, thank you so much for coming.
Oh, thank you, girl.
If people want to find you on socials, like where do you prefer that people follow you?
Probably Instagram. It's Mercedes.Blanche.
Okay. We'll put a little link in the description or on the video or anything.
Thank you.
Make sure you give her a follow and watch her little skits, and hopefully we'll see you back on Heartbreak Hotel soon.
I would love to come back.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you're so. We need like people in front too. Like we'll get more people to submit. If you have any questions, like submit those to us, DMS.
Yeah.
And Mercedes will be back to answer everything.
Everything,
guys. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.